Workgroup Overview. Agents and supervisors can see the Workgroup tabs on the Connect Client dashboard if they belong to any workgroup. You must be a member of a workgroup and have necessary license type to view workgroups. Your license type determines what type of member you are, either an agent or a supervisor. Here's the Workgroup tab. At the bottom of the second pane is where you will find Login, Logout, Wrap Up, and Settings. When Login is selected, the workgroup icon on the dashboard changes from red, logged out status, to green, ready to take calls. Viewing workgroup information. Call handling mode icon shows the call handling mode status, in this demonstration, on hours, the workgroup name, the number of queued calls, the longest queued call time, and the longest call in the system. Viewing workgroup details. Select the Show Workgroup Details tab. You will see Queues, Agents, and Voicemail tab. Agents have visibility to the Queues and Voicemails tab. Supervisors gain access to the Agents tab. Let's make a call and see what a call looks like when it goes into queue. The call shows up here in the call pane. We're going to let this call go to queue. You see that it shows a queued call here, the duration, and over here in our filtering status, it shows the caller ID name or number. In this case, it's the name. We're going to end that call. Let's make another call and show you call handling. How do you receive a call, transfer a call to a user, or transfer a call to voicemail? When a supervisor or an agent receives a call to the work group, the call notification on the dashboard will display the name of the work group. And this is important because if you are a member of multiple work groups, this way you can determine which work group you're answering a call for. As indicated here, this is an incoming call to the test work group. This is the caller ID of the name of the person who's calling in. I'm going to go ahead and answer the call. When I answered the call, you notice there is a third pane that pops up, and this allows you to hold the call. You can mute the call. If you have permission, record, add a participant or start a conference call, or transfer a call. You can transfer a call using an extension number or name of a user. You can perform a blind transfer, consultative transfer, if you have permission, intercom, park the call, with permission, whisper page, or send the call to voicemail. We're going to go ahead and send the call to voicemail and end the call. Configuring workgroup notifications. On the second pane, select Settings and then Workgroups. You have some settings up here. Show me the notification when calls arrive in queue option. This option is a pop-up flyout that appears in the right-hand corner of the agent's desktop, notifying the agent of a new call. This would be in case your desktop client isn't launched. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that to you. I'm going to initiate it, close out. Let's make a test call. And you'll see the call pop up here in the right-hand corner as a notification. Now we have that call notification here. Your call handling options are still over here. Again, if this was minimized, then you would have that notification that would show. Let's go ahead and answer the call. Again, your call handling options are over here. You can end the call, hold the call, take the call back, mute your call, record, start a conference, or again, transfer. And this time we'll do a blind transfer. Back to our notifications and alert thresholds. Down here to Settings, Work Groups. We discussed the Show the Notification panel. You can determine how long you'd like that to arrive on the screen or remain on the screen. And you can also enable that notification to appear even when you're logged out of a work group. Thresholds, alert thresholds. Alert thresholds are available for visibility for agents, but can only be manipulated by a supervisor. First, you need to enable the work group, and you turn on the threshold. And in this case, we have a threshold that we want to be alerted when the queue, number of calls in queue reach or exceed 2 calls, and also when a call in queue exceeds more than 20 seconds. When the specific workgroup queue thresholds are exceeded, the queued calls number and/or call duration color changes to the red in the second pane. After the parameter drops below this threshold, then the label color changes back to gray. We'll demonstrate that. Right now it's gray. When these thresholds are met, they're going to turn red, and we're going to hear an audible sound. Let's demonstrate that. So we have our pop-up here, the name of the caller, the work group that's calling in, and we're going to let that call go ahead and queue. If you remember, our threshold was 20 seconds. So once this reached 20 seconds, it should turn to red, and I should hear an audible tone. And that did happen. That tone is controlled by this bell over here. I can turn that off or on. And then our other criteria that we set for the threshold was notify me when more than one call is in queue. So let's go ahead and have a second call. And we did get the alert. Here this changed from gray to red. Now there are 2 calls in queue. And here are our call details. One more thing to go over in our call details are voicemails. If you have voicemail initiated in a work group, voicemails are visible and controlled by agents and supervisors. So here are your play options, your control options. You can call that party back. You can forward this voicemail to someone else. And you can even right-click and edit the subject and download that voicemail as a WAV file, removing that from the system and saving it to your PC if need be. This concludes the Workgroup Agent module. For your convenience, you can find a separate module specifically designed for supervisors. Thank you for joining us today.